Chapter 14, The Goal in the Door. You know what you want: a peaceful life, a new relationship, creative success, freedom. You can see the vision. You can feel the resonance. But no matter what steps you take, the door stays closed. You question your timing, your strategy, even your worth. But what if the issue isn't your desire, but the path? In Chapter 14 of Reality Transurfing, Vadim Zeland explains a powerful truth. The goal and the door to the goal are not always the same. Sometimes you must stop chasing the path you imagined and start listening for the door that's actually open. Let's explore what that means. Most people choose a goal and immediately attach it to a specific means. I want this career, so I must go through this job. I want love, so I must date this kind of person. I want freedom, so I must move to this city. They lock the goal to a door. But the transurfing model teaches that every goal exists in the space of variations, and so do multiple doors. When you become fixated on one path, you blind yourself to all others. You ignore signs. You miss synchronicities. You reject invitations that seem off track. And so you stay stuck, not because the goal is wrong, but because you've limited how it can arrive. This is where most people give up, not on the goal itself, but on their idea of how it should happen. But the flow has other plans. So how do you know which door leads to your goal? Zeland offers a clear sign. The real door feels light, alive, open. It may not look like what you expected. It may not be glamorous. It may even feel inconvenient at first, but something about it feels available. It doesn't require forcing. It doesn't demand sacrifice. It doesn't ask you to betray yourself. Instead, it draws you in with a quiet sense of resonance. It might come as a random opportunity, a conversation that sparks curiosity, an intuitive nudge that makes no logical sense, but just feels right. The mind often resists it, but the heart recognizes it because it matches your energy, even if it doesn't match your plan. Zeland warns us about the danger of chasing false doors, paths that seem like the way, but actually pull us further from our desired reality. These doors are usually covered in struggle. They require constant forcing, constant proving, constant sacrifice of your well-being. You feel drained, not energized, anxious, not aligned, but you stay on the path because your mind says, this is how it's supposed to be. That voice is not intuition, it's programming. It's the pendulum of effort and control. And the longer you follow it, the more disconnected you become from the goal itself. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is not pushing harder, but we're walking away from the wrong door. If you've been chasing the wrong path, here's how to realign. First, let go of how it's supposed to happen. Release the narrative, unclench the plan, make space for surprise. Second, return to the feeling of the goal. Don't obsess over the logistics. Reconnect with the state, the version of you who already lives that life. Third, follow what feels light. If an action feels heavy, it may not be aligned. If it feels effortless and alive, it might be the door you've been missing. Fourth, say yes to the unexpected. Sometimes the real door looks nothing like the one you imagined. Stay curious. Fifth, trust the mirror. If life is showing resistance, pause. Don't force. Wait for the flow to show you the next opening. You're not here to chase the path. You're here to respond to it. And your ability to adjust is what keeps the timeline clean. Here's the truth. Your goal never changed, only your idea of how it should arrive. The universe knows the route. Your job is to stay receptive, to stop banging on closed doors, and start noticing the open ones. You'll recognize them not by logic, but by resonance. And the more lightly you walk, the more doors you'll see. Because when you stop demanding, you start receiving. When you stop controlling, you start aligning. And when you stop chasing one version of reality, you finally allow the right one to reveal itself. In Chapter 15, we'll explore the rustle of the morning stars, a poetic and practical insight into how life whispers the truth when we are finally still enough to hear it. Until then, step back, breathe, and let the right door find you, because it's already open. You just have to notice it.